Hey guys, it's Teaksy here and welcome back to the channel. So I believe at the time of recording it is exactly 3 weeks since I last uploaded here on the channel, and we've been on a little bit of a break, I suppose you could say, but this was definitely unplanned. I didn't go into it thinking I'm going to have 3 weeks off. It just kind of happened, but it's been kind of good in a way in the last week or so to kind of step back and look at the channel more from kind of an outside view, to kind of work out exactly what I want from the channel moving forward. So I think when you're in there and you're just trying to constantly upload, you just get a bit caught up in it sometimes. So hopefully in today's video, I'm just going to be able to bring you all up to speed and hopefully help you all to kind of understand what I'm thinking and where I'm kind of coming from. So firstly, apologies that it has been so long. It kind of started that I was working on some ranking videos, and as you can imagine, those take a lot longer to kind of put together with all the different kind of clips that you have to get. And unfortunately, I did not get this done before I went away with my friends. I went abroad for a weekend, and then kind of since I've been back, I've just been mega busy with work and other commitments. And it's kind of one of those things where I wasn't really putting a time limit on it, but when you've not uploaded for X amount of days, you kind of get to the point where you're like, well, what's another day? What's another day? And finally, I've managed to kind of find a slot where I can sit down and talk to you. Or talk to you all. So I definitely want to continue with this channel, but what does that look like? That is the big question. So obviously Modern Warfare 3 is coming out very soon, and I feel like as a creator and as somebody who loves Call of Duty, I should be mega excited for this game. Now, I don't want to come across ultra negative, but I'm really not that excited for Modern Warfare 3. I mean, they're bringing all of these good things back. I mean, we've got a cracking set of maps there from the original Modern Warfare 2. You get all your perks from the start of a game. You get Ninja, Silent Footsteps, a working radar, a high TTK, map voting, a lot of sort of simple things that are being brought back that are really good. But ultimately, I just don't feel excited for it. Like, I played the beta, and there was good things in the beta, and obviously I know things are going to change, at release and stuff, but I just get the feeling that, I think Call of Duty has changed a lot, and I think that, I don't want to be ultra negative, because a lot of people might look at it and think, well, they do all these things and you still don't like it, you're still not excited for it, what more can people do? But I think when you've been playing Call of Duty for as many years as I have, you just get to that point where, it has changed, and I'm not saying that it's changed for the worst, but as somebody who knows what it used to be like, it can be hard to kind of move with the times. Sometimes you get that in loads of different aspects in life. So I think for me a huge issue is skill-based matchmaking. Now, I think skill-based matchmaking is partly to blame. I think that there is an element of, people have generally got better at Call of Duty over the years. I think, back to when I was younger, a lot of us were playing on very basic setups. Nobody had like scuff controllers, nobody had like really good monitors and headsets and kind of all that good stuff. I think everything has kind of come along a lot now. There's obviously tons and tons of YouTube videos out there to help people improve, whether it's just class setups. All that stuff can go a really long way to helping somebody improve at a game, right? Because obviously, some people are just naturally very skilled, but, it doesn't mean that other people can't be skilled if they just kind of get all the right bits and pieces together. And I think there's a lot of videos out there to kind of help you, learn how to play. And yeah, I just think in general, people have got better, and then you've obviously got the skill-based matchmaking issue. So I'm not asking to play against, really bad players every time, but at the end of the day, I'm 27 years old, I'm not a pro player. Just because I create content doesn't mean that I'm the most amazing Call of Duty player in the world. And obviously we've kind of built a bit of a reputation here on the channel, dropping nukes and all that good stuff. But, when you're playing against players of, a similar ability to you, it's not just that it feels really sweaty, but even if you just want to jump on and play, it's not even like, oh, I can't drop a nuke or I can't drop this gameplay. It's just, I want to just be able to jump on, use some different weapons, not feel like I've got to kind of sweat. And obviously skill-based matchmaking is going to be there. Now, I don't want to moan about SBM too much, we know it's going to be there. It's been there for a few years now, but that is definitely having a huge effect, I think, on the past 4 or 5 titles when I look at them. And I take Black Ops Cold War, for example. Black Ops Cold War is an exception in the last 4 or 5 years, but it hasn't always been like that, and this is kind of where my thoughts are coming from. So Black Ops Cold War, when it first released, was a very sweaty game, right? Skill-based matchmaking was there, there wasn't an awful lot of content. Now, you can't hold Treyarch 2 responsible for that, because they did pick the game up kind of quite late on. But that game was no different really to all the other titles we've had. Like, I mean, fundamentally, it was better than Vanguard and Modern Warfare 2, and obviously Ninja was a perk and all that kind of good stuff, and the TTK was decent, and you had a working radar, and the spawns kind of worked as you'd expect. But apart from that, you know, it still had skill-based matchmaking, it was still quite sweaty, and, you know, it wasn't, I wouldn't say, if you'd asked me Black Ops Cold War Year 1, do I think it's a top 5 Call of Duty? Absolutely not. You ask me now, I think it's a top 5 Call of Duty. Now, a big thing that changed it for me was Demolition. Now, they brought Demolition in Season 5, and basically, a lot of my content on this channel has been Demolition in Year 2 and Year 3, where there's been less skill-based matchmaking. It's still there. There are still sweaty players on Black Ops Cold War. You don't always get easier lobbies, but a lot of my content has come in that time, and I'm happy to admit that, right? You know, I'm happy to admit that, you know, I think Demolition was released quite around about the time that I started this channel, maybe a little bit after. And then it's just kind of built up from there, and I've been able to build up these gameplays and drop nukes and go on crazy streaks, and that has been purely because the game has been, you know, there's been less players on the game, which brings the SBM down, but also Demolition. Now, Demolition is the vital point here. Now, maybe not everybody agrees with Demolition, right? People might not like the spawns, people might not like spawn killing and spawn trapping, but that is something that made me fall in love with Call of Duty. Now, there are so many different ways in which you can enjoy COD, and everybody has different ways that they like to enjoy it, whether they like to be a sweaty player, like they like a particular game mode, they like just going for camos, whatever it might be, everyone enjoys it in a different way, and that is absolutely fine. But for me, I always loved playing Demolition, and it was there in Modern Warfare 2, it was there in Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, and then I'm pretty sure since then it's only been in BO3, possibly BO4, but I'm not actually 100% sure on that, I could actually be wrong, Modern Warfare 2019 and Cold War. Now, imagine if they took Search and Destroy outright. Imagine how frustrated Search and Destroy players would be. Now, I appreciate that Search and Destroy, Team Deathmatch, Hardpoint is probably more popular than Demolition, but since they dropped Demolition in Cold War, it's always been a populated game mode. You can even jump on now and play it, and for me, that is how I enjoy playing COD. Not just for the spawns, because they changed the spawns in the original Modern Warfare 3, the spawns were different in Modern Warfare 2019, but you could still have a lot of fun. I think it's just the fact that it's a really competitive back and forth game mode. Planting, defusing, getting time added on, and you can just drop so many high kills because the game, when you get that right lobby, just goes on for so long. Now, don't get me wrong, you can get 2-0 Demolition games that are over just like that, and you get like 10 kills, and you're like, what's the point? You're always going to get that, but the potential of Demolition is insane, and I think that is where I struggle a lot, because if they hadn't put Demolition in Black Ops Cold War in Season 5, I wouldn't be sat here talking to you guys now. I wouldn't be sat here with the amount of videos I've had uploaded. You know, Demolition really kind of made this channel what it is, and I just think moving forwards, I just don't see how I keep creating content without that game mode. Like, and I'm happy to admit that. That's what I enjoy doing on COD, is playing Demolition, you know, getting in the spawns, and even if they change the spawns, just playing that mode in general. So it's a little bit uncertain at the moment, guys, what the future looks like. The game modes for Modern Warfare 3 got released. I'm pretty sure Demolition's not there, but my plan is, moving forwards, is firstly is to upload a little bit less. So that's not to say that there might not still be some weeks where there's a lot of videos if I'm, you know, got a lot of content there, or I get a week where I'm not that busy, but I really want to kind of cut down the uploads, because one of the big things with this channel is the amount of time that goes into it. And I've got other commitments in life, I've got other interests, and I want to just kind of spread my time a little bit more evenly, rather than just purely focusing, you know, on the channel and doing videos, which is something I've done for a lot of the last year and a half, 2 years. Now, I'm going to try and keep sort of uploading shorts, because I think, you know, they're a lot easier to, you know, create, correct, if that makes sense. You know, they're a lot easier to put together, and it kind of keeps your channel ticking over. But really the plan for me is just to have less stress and less expectation, which uploading less is obviously going to help, because you won't be expecting as many videos, and a little bit less expectation on me. And I guess I just want to kind of get away from this constantly worrying, oh my god, I need to upload this week, you know, my subscribers need a video. I just want to kind of step away from that. Obviously my plan is not to just keep having 3 weeks off, but I want to try and move forward with a slightly more sporadic upload schedule and a bit more of a relaxed one. Now, the plan in terms of games is that Modern Warfare 3 drops next week. I'm going to play that game, I think, up until Christmas and just see how it goes. I'm not going to force content. I'm probably going to lower my expectations going into the game. I'm just going to play it and see what we can create and see what we can upload. And then from that point, we'll kind of see how many videos I upload, how do those videos perform, but also how am I enjoying the game. And if the videos aren't doing that well and I'm not really enjoying the game, then come the new year, I'll probably think about changing things around, maybe going back and playing some older Call of Duties, not just specifically Cold War, but just doing more general COD stuff rather than being set on one game. But obviously if Modern Warfare 3 is successful, it could still surprise me, right? I could be surprised, I could enjoy the game, the content could be really good, but at the moment I just don't know. So that is kind of where we're at, guys. You know, I want to continue, but I need to kind of sort of even my time out a little bit and put, you know, it into other things in my life as well as this channel. And I need to kind of work out what I want to do. So I think, you know, we give Modern Warfare 3 a go, we'll see how it goes, and if not, we'll go and do something else. But what I really would like, guys, is your feedback. You know, as subscribers, as viewers of this channel, you know, we've been on Cold War for 2 or 3 years now. What do you guys want to see? I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section. Just anything, you know, it could be anything, you know. Do you want me to just play Modern Warfare 3? Do you want me to play older Call of Duties? Do you just not care? You're just happy if I'm uploading, you know? Let me know, because that will definitely help me kind of mould and sort of see what direction I want to go in. But yeah, we're not giving up yet, but I think we need to just be, I need to be a little bit more focused on exactly what it is and what direction I want to go in. But other than that, guys, I don't want to mumble on anymore. I do apologise again that it's taken so long to get this video out. And as always, I hope everyone has a great day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.